Alrighty. I call this this first ever inaugural British Aboriginal Corroboree, 10th Embassy, British Empire, Aboriginal Corroboree, as I've strayed away from this projected Australian delusion and am beginning the process of restoring the conditions that we found it in, which of course, because these lunatics continuing on our example when clearly we were not fit to govern in the Southern Hemisphere as we attempted. So now this is take two. We're going to attempt a unified vision on equal terms. And of course, the first step to doing that is to use the custom of the land instead of our imposed custom, especially because I've shown that our imposed customs have sent everyone insane. Of course, the fact that none of you really lived in houses and we decide to try and govern the country from a place called Parliament House. That's probably the first place that we should address. So from this day forth, Parliament House, as it's known, is dissolved, is no longer relevant for the governance of Australia. Australia from now on, henceforth, will be governed in the traditional sense in an outdoor corroboree. And we will hope to come together in our natural presence. I'm going to maintain this garb here because I have a modesty. I don't know. I brought my father's jacket, which is made of wool. We've brought wool. Wool is quite a good thing. Obviously, there's too many sheep and they've been too reckless, so we need to learn how to integrate sheep harmoniously into the environment. We need to reintegrate kangaroos into the environment. But to do all of this conversation work, we have to have a corroboree. And so we should probably call it up. I'll send this to Gridula and Buddy. I hope that, I hope it's received well. We should probably figure out where to do it. And how to proceed forward. I can't imagine what you lot are thinking or what you mob are thinking about the Prime Minister rubbing shoulders with these genocidal Africans. There really could be no worse situation than an invasion of Australia by this insane group of Africans. And so, we need to sort out a solution. I'm pretty much stranded down here for the time being. I mean, I can head home. And you can continue to do business with the Australian government as they are presenting themselves, or you can go off the track record that we've kept until now, and this seems to have just all gone to shit in the last 5 years in a very rapid pace to do with the digital projection, which of course neither of us utilised in our traditional format. We didn't bring the internet here. We didn't even bring phones here. We didn't even bring electricity here. And so the fact that none of you had that either and you got along just fine for 60,000 years, I think it's a pretty good precedent to stand upon and yell at the entire world and say, if you don't get the fuck out of here with your digital fucking nonsense, we're going to fucking kill you all. We're going to fucking play didgeridoos. We're going to go in and out of fucking time and dreamland and dream time and fucking, we're going to fuck yous up. We're going to bring the White Walkers up from Antarctica. We're going to bring the fucking Greys in. We're going to bring the fucking demons up from the fucking underworld. We're going to fuck this place and all the invaders. You know what I mean? And we're going to do it with English commentary. See, that's what they were doing before, but you couldn't understand them because they were going, now I'm just a translator. I'm a translator that's brought a few things that are going to come in handy. For us to have a partnership, we need to have an appropriate translator. We need to have appropriate, voice. I need to be, to take the Aboriginal voice to Westminster as a naturalised Aboriginal. Or am I not? How long does it take? 182 years. I feel pretty Aboriginal. You know what I mean? I'm ready to fuck off. If there's an Aboriginal wife out there that wants to, invite me into it, I can go now. I'm ready. I'm ready and raring. Or I don't know. Or we can keep this other thing. It's confusing. I just basically invited fucking 7 million fucking Chinese women here. I don't know how you feel about that. So I guess it's time for a fucking corroboree because I can only play the game. I can play the ball like in cricket, which we brought as well. Was cricket good? What about AFL? I don't know. See, there's a lot of people talking, but not a lot of them have a lot of skin in the game because skin has been a weapon that's been used against you lot, right? If you fucking got your skin out, which is how you were for a long fucking time, you're called primitive. What happens when I do it? It's hot. If I walked off, I'd take this jacket, I'd take this, and fucking that'd be about it. Even coal to start a fire. It's really confusing. But the idea of just wearing, why would I wear a t-shirt? It's hot, and the t-shirts are shit, and they're made of shit. They're made of shit cotton. You know what I mean? What about that for fucking like the ultimate fucking colonizer delusion is you get the slaves, Africans as well, African slaves. So look, I think we need to send the Africans back to Africa to sort out Africa. But you get the African slaves to pick a bale of cotton and then you make cotton fucking shirts with ridiculous gaudy fucking brand names on them, right? And then you pay them all in crystal meth and crack and fucking, and P. Diddy fucking parties to then promote the shirts made of the cotton. That's a Ponzi scheme, isn't it? Which is actually like, it's projected by them as some type of cultural fucking pinnacle of whatever, of fashion status. But really it's just something to do with all the cotton that was picked by the slaves. And now they're made to wear the garbs made of cotton when they didn't even fucking wear clothes. The only reason they need to wear clothes is because they're where it's cold and they don't really belong where it's cold. They belong where it's hot. And I'm in the reverse. I come from where it's cold and now it's fucking hot down here. So I don't want to wear any clothes. And when I don't wear any clothes, I look a bit too feminine. So if I walk out in the bush, all the black fellas are going to try and have sex with me. They're going to try and marry me. And I can't have that because I'm actually a fucking fearsome Highlander fucking warrior from Scotland. You know what I mean? And so it's confusing. It's all confusing. And then we've got Pauline Hanson dressing in a fucking burqa. What does that tell us? She's got her fucking sexy. Have you seen Pauline Hanson's legs? They're sexy. She's got her legs out. She's got Penny Wong trying to fuck out. Penny, why didn't you think of bringing 7 million fucking Chinese women here to marry all the fucking grumpy men? We're having a domestic violence fucking situation. Well, Aboriginal men had more than one wife. You know what I mean? It was loving. Everyone loves everyone, And there aren't enough Aboriginal women because you lot fucking killed them all. All you fucking, I don't know, Irish. The Irish fucking killed all the fucking... We don't kill people. We do paperwork and contracts and buildings and symbolism and we wear wigs and we don't do the killing. The killing was done out in the field by the fucking Irish fucking Ned Kelly folk. So anyway, it's all out on the fucking table, and as I've stripped away all fucking things that could be called colonizer, except my jacket, my dad's jacket. You can't expect me to fucking throw that away, can you? I don't know. I don't know how to progress forward. It's all just fucking confusing. Yeah, I wear this because oh shit, look at that. It looks like a boob. As soon as there's something not covering it, it looks like a boob. Every photo I can find of Aboriginal women who didn't wear anything. They just had their beautiful fucking Aboriginal breasts out in the fucking wonderful sun, right? But every photo I find on the internet has them wearing like a black bikini because I suppose that's That's what they were told to wear. It's like, you fucking Yorgers, put your black bikini on. You know, what? And now women, white women in this country, are cheering themselves on as they get paid from other people in other countries who are more than likely participating in slavery and all this shit to reveal their milky white breasts. Well, look, these are disgusting milky white breasts. I don't want a pair of milky white breasts. I want a nice fucking pair of fucking Aboriginal black breasts, like every other fucking true-blooded Aboriginal man in this country. I just am confused. I'm confused. Fashion seems to be the largest weapon that has been used against people all around the world. But it's stressful because it involves us wearing stupid hot clothes and being very rigid and sitting in buildings and plotting and all this shit. It doesn't fucking fit with the climate down here. The climate isn't suitable. You know what I mean? And I looked to the natural environment. By natural environment, I mean the Aboriginal people. And they were doing just fine without houses, without clothes, with their tits out. And that seems like the sustainable option. If I could bounce like a kangaroo, I'd do that as well. But I haven't practiced enough. Maybe we should introduce pogo sticks back. That was a pretty hot trend. Pogo sticks, like the trans phenomenon, that's a trend as well. Pogo sticks, less anesthesia involved, unless, of course, you fall off the fucking pogo stick and break an arm, then you might need to get some anesthesia to get the bone re-put together. Remember when doctors used to know what was an emergency and what was just a way for them to make their next mortgage repayment on the little tiny patch of Sydney that used to have kangaroos on it and now takes you 30 years of a fucking surgeon's wage to pay off, so you can sit and, walk conveniently down to a coffee shop and get Brazilian coffee, which is just some fucking stupid beans with some hot water poured on it. But when they talk about it a lot, it seems to be more than it is. Of course, then you can go down to Bondi, which they have a TV show about Bondi Rescue, and then you can get your tits out in the sun, unless you're a man, and then you have to... No, sorry. If you're a man, you can get your tits out. If you're a woman, you have to maintain this, even though the Aboriginal women didn't wear this. And now a lot of women are getting paid surgeon wages for revealing their tits. Fuck, this place is a fucking joke. It's a nightmare, isn't it? Whew. I think they got us in the end. I think the Aboriginal people have done this thousands of times before. I think the Portuguese, probably the Egyptians came here. Probably the Greeks, probably the Vikings. Everyone came here. They had their little 200 years and then they went, fuck, we surrendered. And then the Aboriginals clean up all the mess and whoever wants to stay, stays, and whoever doesn't want to stay, leaves. Maybe that's the fucking dream time. Maybe you've all fallen in the dream time. And if you either went, there's a fork in the road, which was called COVID, and you either went in the dream time or you went in the fucking computer world and we're sticking spears at you going, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Clapping sticks in the background, didgeridoo, fucking all going. We're just like, get back. Get back. Every 1,000 years, the Aboriginal people take the people of the world that decide to colonise Australia, they take them as slaves, sex slaves. They put off this big fucking digital fucking projection illusion, right, which they store. The internet, do you want to know where it lives? It lives in Tasmania, in a fucking cave that is 3,000 metres deep. And there is one bloke that has to constantly make sure, because the whole world's decision-making actually comes down to one thing, and he just presses enter or delete. And then he has a shift and then does it. But anyway, cooey, like that. Get a move on. It's time to fucking get this fucking dog and pony show on the road. Catches.